Stevens, and I wanted to show you guys how to use Canvas, kind of the nitty gritty. So I'm already logged into Canvas, but it's fusd1.instructure.com. You can go to your account and you can see your profile settings, etc. I rarely use that. Dashboard is where I am right now, and you can see there are some published courses. If you're new to Coco, I don't know if these will come up. And then you have some unpublished courses. Ideally, district will have your courses for the semester loaded up here like yesterday, but then you can start playing with your courses. Since district hasn't done that yet, what they do recommend is making a sandbox course. So I started that with my AP Lit course, and then I attempted to copy my English 10 course a while ago. I have a DE prototype and sandbox here, so you can see. To create one of those, you go to start a new course, and then you can play with a bunch of the features. So I actually changed the background here. Let's see. I don't think you click those three buttons. Whoops. To change that, let me go back to dashboard. Let's see, if you hover, you can see there's discussions there and assignments. I know there's a way to change the color. It might be once you open the course. So I am going to go in here. It is unpublished, and you can publish it if you want. If you have other courses, like your sandbox, you can decide to copy it. So you can say copy a Canvas course. You can select a course, and so you can see from this past year, the 2022-23 school year, I taught DE 11 and English 12, so you can select that. And you can do all content or select specific content. I would recommend adjusting events and due dates and just removing the due dates. And then you can select import. Since I'm doing select specific content, you can click that. It says waiting for selection. You select content and everything comes up that you can see. Okay, I'm not actually going to do that right now, but that's how you can import content from previous modules or from other courses on Canvas. If we go home, you can see the student view and see what students would see. Okay, so you can see the course stream. These are the options they have. This varies per class, and I can show you how to edit that. I've already created some assignments for this school year. Those of you who know me know I'm anal and prep way ahead of time, so that's why. But you can see students will see a to-do list, okay? So I still recommend that students have planners of some sort, but here is a to-do list as well. Okay, so let's leave student view. It is unpublished. You can always publish it. You can view page history, copy it, etc. You can select different pages. So let's see. Let me scroll down. You can go to settings at the bottom, and this is how you choose the image. I just found this image on Google because it was a cool library, and yeah. So this is the information you can choose. And the end date, although it'll probably be in December. Only put the course information up through the first semester because the courses on Canvas are by semester, even though we have a full school year with the students. Okay, so there's nothing really I mess with. This means that it's copyrighted to you. It's on campus. You can leave a description if you want. Okay, so that's kind of information. I only have one section, but even if I had two class periods, I prefer one section in the same course. For navigation, this is what is on the sides. I use announcements every week to tell students what we're doing in class every single day with the assignments hyperlinked. I also organize my modules by my units, so they go unit by unit. You can also have students click directly to assignments, and you can have grades copy immediately to Synergy or Student View, Teacher View, whatever you like to call it, I choose not to because sometimes if you want to make adjustments to how it's weighted, it's really tricky. And even though I'm a tech person, I just don't want to mess with it. So I don't do that. In fact, I might hide grades so I can just disable it. I don't want them to see their grades. Okay. Nearpod is a useful tool. And if you're interested, please email me and I can send you I can make a video for how to use Nearpod. Google Drive is also useful. That's where I recommend saving everything. Discussions are like, a group discussion, but online. I will utilize that this year. You can see people and pages. You can also do quizzes. I don't like creating quizzes on Canvas. I prefer using Google Forms. If you would like tutorials for how to do either of those, please let me know and I will make those. I don't use Discovery Education or GradeSync. Let's see. Yeah, we don't need Zoom. Like pretty much any of these I don't use. Okay. So this is all my students will be able to see. I think it reduces confusion. Apps, I haven't included any other apps, but there are a lot of great educational apps out there. So maybe you find something that you really like and you want to include. Anonymous instructor, annotations. Well, I'm the only instructor, so that doesn't really matter. Yeah, I haven't really messed with this part. Oh, post grades to SIS, which is our grade system. I'm not going to turn that off, but I don't do it. Okay, so these are basically the settings that you can do. So for announcements, I don't have any announcements since this is a new course, but you would add an announcement here and you can do a lot with it. You can even delay posting, which is really useful. So I'll have my announcements post, I think Fridays at 3 p.m. because why would anyone be checking Friday at 3 p.m.? So it reduces confusion. I don't select this one because sometimes I think students want to see comments and they don't have to reply. Enable a feed, and I allow liking. Does anyone see my announcements? I don't know. A lot of my students say they don't, but for those who do, I think it is useful. Here, and I will cancel. Okay, so then we'll go to modules. Since I'm doing AP Lit, I decided to organize by month. Right now, this entire module is unpublished. If I wanted to publish it, you can see the choices. And I could say publish module only. You can see all of these are available. Now, if this were a test, let's say the paragraph on Canterbury, I would just unpublish and the students would not be able to see that one, but they'd be able to see everything else. Okay. So how do you create a module? You create it here. You can lock it until a certain date, and you can also say they have to complete something in order to open that module. Okay, I used to do that because it's more of a college type thing, but I don't do that anymore because inevitably students wouldn't turn things in, then they wouldn't have access to the modules, so I stopped doing that. Let's see. This is what the grades look like right now, but I don't have them automatically connecting to Synergy. Another way students can see assignments is like this: assignments, evidence of learning and practice. And you can also see assignments that I've imported from a previous course. FUSD does recommend that you add a syllabus, which I do need to add mine. I haven't done that to this sandbox yet. But it can give a course summary and it messes with things, which I guess is cool. But yes, FUSD does want you to add modules, or not modules, but a syllabus. This can be overwhelming, but Jen. Sorry, my daughter came in even though I told her not to. This you don't need to publish, but this includes things that FUSD wants you to include. I find it a little overwhelming. But that's that. Pages are also useful because what you can do is you can choose your front page and see what people will see. I need to redo my video to introduce myself and redo my letter because that's from last year. I also have a Canvas video here, which I probably should be using for you guys, but this is more for students. So you can see this is what students would see. You can view all pages, and if you want to change what your front page is, let's say we do the Everyman Morality play, you would select these 3 dots on the right side, and you could select use as front page, but I do not want to do that. So this is pretty much everything that I would recommend doing for how to use Canvas. If you want to add something to a module, you press this button and you can create an assignment, pretty much any of these things. You have to click create assignment to add the name, and you can choose whether or not you want to indent it. And then you can add the item. Another cool thing is by hovering over these, you can click and move them around. Okay, because then you can have students kind of click through and do everything in that order. So this is basically a nitty-gritty way of using Canvas. You can also close it so that it's easier to navigate. If you have any questions, there is one more important thing. And you can do discussions and choose a bunch of orders for that. I'm not going to show you that right now, but people is important. And it's good that I am doing this without any real students, because then I'd have to figure out how to black everything out. But you can see I'm the teacher on file here. Everything is logged in. Let's say that you need to add a student to your course and district hasn't done that or tech hasn't done that. You click the add people button. I would recommend using the student ID number because students don't have real email addresses here. And you would just type in the student number. Then you can click what role they would have. So if you have a student teacher, you can have them in as a TA or a teacher. You can add the NAU email address. Most of us will have NAU student teachers. And that way they can grade and have everything or all the access. You can also add students to your class as well. And you can choose the section. I only have that. I usually don't select that because I'm pretty loosey-goosey. But that's how you add people to a course for a student teacher, a co-teacher, or if you have new students and for some reason they're not added. So I hope this was helpful. And you have a bunch of other data that Canvas will give you. You can also go to your inbox and send emails to students, which I think district does prefer you to send emails this way or through our Microsoft 365 or Office Outlook email. I think that's it. So, you could go to the Commons and see what they have, which here it is. Lots from FUSD, Renda, and Heather are amazing. Feel free to contact them for help. I think they do these classes on Canvas a lot. So this is, some of it is from FUSD and some of it's from others, but you can Google, like, let's say grammar, or not Google search. And these will come up and you can just add them, which is pretty cool. So that can make your life easier. I really like the Nearpod lessons that they that are on Nearpod, and FUSD does have a subscription for teachers. So again, if you have any questions, please let me know. And again, you can see the courses here, calendar with everything due. It is useful, so I hope you get the most out of Canvas. And then don't forget to publish your course before the school year begins. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions or concerns. Thank you.